What's going on, guys? Awesome back, and today I'm going to be showing you guys everything new coming in Year 9 Season 3 of Rainbow Six Siege. Now, there's a lot of stuff this season. It does a lot better than last season. I will tell you that before we get into it. But before we get into this video, make sure you hit this Twitch button down in my description. I stream over there every night, basically. And hit the like and subscribe button because I actually do not get access to the season early. That's why this video is coming out a day after, because I have to record it after the reveal panel comes out. I don't get early access to this, so help me out there. Maybe I can get some early access, get you guys content sooner. Obviously, everybody would love that. But yeah, let's get into this video and show you guys everything coming in the new Rainbow Six Siege season. All right, so first up, this is the new operator coming in this season, and her name is Scopos. Obviously, we've seen, you've seen the memes, right? You've seen the wheelchair memes that have been on the timeline on Twitter everywhere for the last week, but this is the new operator Scopos. As you can see, this is her loadout right in front of me. So she's going to get the new AR, which is called the PCX-33, which actually looks pretty good if you saw any of the reveal. And then she gets the P229 as her secondary. It's a little weird that she only has 2 guns, actually, but I don't really know. But she has a 2 armor, 2 health, and then she gets proximities and impacts, which most of the time you're going to be going for impacts. But basically, Scopos, this is the operator right here. This woman is Scopos, but her gadget is what you're actually going to be using in the round. So basically, it's going to be these 2 robots that you can teleport between and go back and forth, which are basically independent on their own. So basically, both of these guys are going to have the different health bars. So like, let's say you are on the one in the right? And you get down to 10 health, right? You can teleport into the other one and be at 100, 120, whatever the health is. But the catch with the health thing is you actually cannot get healed by anything in the game. So you can't get healed by Doc Stim, Thunderbird, or you can't even put Rook Armor on, which is really crazy. I'm not going to lie. These robots are also immune to smokes, Fenrir, stuff like that. So you will not be able to be affected by those. But if we back up a little bit in this, hold on. If we back up a little bit in this panel, we'll be able to see some gameplay of them. So basically, if you can see on the screen right now, this is what the, so when you are using and in one of these robots, you are going to be around the map like a normal operator, but the other robot is going to be right here. So they're going to have a deployable shield, basically, that's going to have a deployable camera, a BP on it. So you're going to be able to use this as your other robot as a BP, a shield, and a transportation method. Or a teleportation method, my bad. So it looks very OP, and I think it is. So if we watch some of this, obviously you're going to be able to see it's a deployable shield. You can vault over it. Here's some of the impacts they're using. And you can actually, what they just did is while you're on your other robot, you can go on cams and see through your other robot. And then when you see on your other robot, you can teleport there. So like here, for example, he goes on the, the other robot and then sees that, oh, there's 2 people upstairs. He put this thing upstairs. Then he can, obviously they're like copper, but teleports into this one and gets a 2K to end the round. So this operator is going to be really good, especially like for the roam, because what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to have like a robot downstairs, and then you're going to be able to be upstairs, and then you can hold that as long as possible. And then when you're about to die or when you're in a really bad spot, you can just teleport downstairs, and it's like you were never up there. So this operator looks insanely awesome. Especially after last season where it was a lot of, disappointing stuff and it was just a recruit rework. This looks awesome, and I'm so excited to hop in a game with this. All right, so next up, they have a new after game menu that you are going to be able to access once the season drops. So this is what it actually looks like, which I think looks like a massive upgrade over what we've had. So if you can see, it's basically just going to be once you're done with the game, instead of having all the operator cards and then like the little under thing where you can commend players, it's going to look like this. But the commend players, if I like go back just a tad here, you're going to be able to see it. So like here, this is what it's going to look like. Commemorations available. And I think this looks absolutely awesome. This is launching on all platforms, so it'll be there for everybody on launch. And I think this is a big upgrade from what we've had, because if you know, like there is like 5 menus after you're done with the game. You go to this one with your team, to commend people, then you go to like the rank, and then you go to the alpha pack, and then you go to the renown, and it's just like it's so much. But here they're condensing it, so it's a lot easier and it looks a lot better for us. So here we have the 3D image, and then if we go a little bit ahead, this is what the other screen is going to look like. It's going to have your alpha pack, your battle pass tier, which we can see over here, and then it's going to have your rank in the middle. And then if we wait, you're going to get your renown, your KD ratio, like all your XP you're getting, your KD down here. And then you're going to have your challenges too. So battle pass, probably Ubisoft Connect, I assume. So like they are really upgrading this, and I think this is a massive, like, underrated change that they're doing. Like, that is going to just be a, you know, better of, I forget what they call it, but it's like a better of life something. So I probably sound so stupid right now, but it's like just an improvement of how the game looks, and I think this is a really great change. And next up, we're going to be talking about the new drone boost. Now, the drone boost is something that I did not expect. I have not seen, nothing leaked about it. So when I saw this and I was watching the reveal panel, I was very shocked. I think this is a really cool change I'm about to show you in a minute. But here, we're on a normal drone, just in the round. Here it is. And if you can see on the bottom right, you can see this little, like, turbo thing, like, under where, like, all the drone stuff is, with a bar, an energy bar. So if we, you know, play the video, you're going to be able to see this drone boost and stuff. So it's acting like, basically, it has 3 charges, so you're going to be able to boost, like, 3 bars worth of that stuff on the bottom right, and it's just gonna go kind of like a Maverick charge, or like a Maverick torch, where like you can use it and like it'll stay at the same thing, so you don't have to use like all of the bar of energy in one go. You can kind of like save it and use it whenever you want. But I think this is like a really underrated, like, cool thing. Again, like, it is a lot like the last thing I talked about, the game menu, the after game menu, but this thing is really cool. I think it's a cool change. Obviously it helps your drones out, it helps with that stuff, makes it harder for the defenders, which obviously this game is so defender sided, and especially with the new op being a defender, this is a little thing to help the attackers, I guess. But this actually goes on all the drones too, so it's not just the normal ones. You get this on Bravos, you get this on Echoes, you get this on Twitches. Every single drone in the game gets this, so I think this is a really cool change. And yeah, on to the next thing. So next up, we're going to be talking about the Siege Cup. Now, the Siege Cup was originally supposed to full launch this season on console and PC, but apparently they are just rolling it out as a beta this season, and it is dropping next season in full. So the beta is actually only going to be on PC, which is a huge disappointment. I'm so disappointed in this. I was so excited to be playing in these and be able to give you guys content on these Siege Cups, but basically that's just not how it's going to work. On the screen right now, I have the QR code. So if you are on PC and you want to play the Siege Cups this season in beta, scan the QR code. You can take a screenshot of my thing. If you're watching it on like your phone, you can take a screenshot, go to your camera roll, and it'll basically like you're gonna be able to use the QR code. And if you're on PC, you can just go to your camera, or on computer or whatever, you can go to your camera and then like point this at the QR code and be able to access it. But basically, you have to be in the beta to actually be in the Siege Cup. I think the first one is at the start of the season, and then they do one every 2 weeks. So if you're on PC and you're interested in this, go play it, because it'll just make it better for everybody that wants to play it next season, so they can test it, make sure everything runs good. So the next season, it is cooking on all consoles and every platform. So yeah, disappointed in the Siege Cup, but it is coming in beta this season and in full in the next season. So to go along with the Siege Cup, they're actually adding a new currency to Rainbow Six Siege. And if you can see on the screen, it is called competitive coins. Now, I'm not sure exactly how these are going to work, but you are going to get these competitive coins from ranked and from the Siege Cups, and then you're going to be able to buy the new pack in the game, which if we go a little bit ahead, it's going to be this competitive pack on the right. Now, everybody on console is going to be getting, I'm pretty sure just everybody in general is going to be getting one of these day one of the season, but basically, you're going to be, as you can see in the bottom left here, you're going to be able to get these coins from placing in the Siege Cup. And then I don't know how it's going to work in ranked, but I guess you get them from ranked too. You're going to spend these and be able to spend them on these alpha packs over here. These are called competitive packs. So I don't know if there's going to be like anything special in here. Hopefully it's like cool skins that like you can't get in normal packs and stuff like that, but we'll have to end up seeing how good these things are. But I am excited for this because I think this is a cool change, because at the end of the day, like they could add new things that you can buy with the coins too. So hopefully over time this expands and it's not just alpha packs. Next up, you're going to be able to actually use the shooting range while you are queuing for a game. So here I can't really show you that they're like going into a game, but this is what they had on the reveal panel. So these people are queuing for a game, and this dude is just in the shooting range chilling, which is going to be a great way to like keep warm and not like, especially when you're in long queues, bro, like at night. You know, if I don't know how many of you guys play like super late at night, but if you're playing at like 5, 6 in the morning, bro, sometimes you cannot find a game and you're like sitting there for like 10 minutes. So this is gonna be a cool thing, or just like in general to just hop in and be able to do this while you're waiting for a game, especially when it's early in the day and you're trying to get warmed up and stuff. But as you can see, they're also dropping a new like thing for the shooting range. So if you can see here, there's a bunch of walls and like pillars and stuff, and this is a new little mode that they're adding to the shooting range for you guys. So I think this is a nice change. The shooting range thing is pretty cool, but the queuing and playing in the shooting range is what I'm really excited for, and I think they need to add this for the training grounds and all that stuff, because that would be absolutely awesome. And next up, they're adding a 1v1 custom preset into the custom game preset. So as you can see on the screen right down here, I'm kind of covering with my face cam. Let me put myself up real quick. But here you can see under me, they have this thing called duels, and it's basically they just have a custom preset for the 1v1, so you don't have to make it yourself, which is kind of what it is. One is 14 rounds, so this is going to be up to 8, and I guess there's 3 overtimes that you can go to, and then this little one is going to be just a quick 1v1 to 4 with 1 OT round. You can use any map on these things. I think it's cool that they're, you know, seeing that a lot of people 1v1 and like the content and the way things are going right now in Rainbow Six Siege, and they're implementing it. You know, they're listening to the community and they're putting it in the game. That's a very cool thing to see. But it's kind of like a little change, little thing that you can, it's pretty cool, you know, not a major change, but yeah, that is that. Next up, we're going to be talking about the operator changes. Now, there are 3 operator changes this season. It's going to be for Solus and Dokkaebi and Nook. Now, right now, I'm going to talk about the Solus one first. So first, for Solus, this is going to be a nerf for her again, which I don't know why she got a nerf. She did not deserve one. She was already like nerfed into the ground, and they made her worse somehow. So I'll show you guys how they did. So basically, on the screen you can see she is on her sensor. But basically, if you look at the top, like the middle of the screen right now, you cannot tell what thing this is. So basically, they made it so you can be on the sensor thing longer, and you can see obviously like the electronics that are on the floor on or wherever they are in the sensor range, but you can't tell which one they are now. So basically, if you're just in the normal sensor mode, you cannot tell what electronics are what. And what you have to do to be able to see what they are is you have to use 3 pulses down here in the side. So like, remember when you would pulse and you like hold square and you'd like ping everything for your team? It's no longer like that anymore. Now you have to use the hold square to see what gadgets are in front of you. So he's about to use his, so he's like almost done. Once he uses it, he can now see that there's a dead phone right here. So a dead body was right here. And then there is a drone over here. And as you can see, that is pretty stupid. Like, I don't know, but also, which I think is a really bad change, which obviously this sucks, right? Solus losing her impacts, already getting her gadget nerfed again. When people are spotted on the Solus cam, it will tell them. It will tell them that Solus has seen their gadget. Solus has seen their drone, which I think is insane, which I think is, you know, it sucks, bro, because Solus was so good. I loved Solus. I thought after her first nerf, it was enough. They didn't really need to do part 2 of the nerf because, like, nobody really plays Solus anymore. And if they do, it's very little, bro. Not a lot of people do. So big change to Solus, big nerf. Do not touch Solus. Do not touch Solus, please. Do not touch her. All right, so next up, Dokkaebi. Now, Dokkaebi got a little bit of a nerf, which I think was very, very needed. Dokkaebi has some of the best guns in the game, the SMG-12, which is basically the best gun in the game, and her utility is just, her gadget is absolutely mad, bro. It's absolutely OP. So basically, what they did, which I will say before I actually talk about it, is a very good change. Like this, like, there's different type of nerfs in this game where it's like you go the Dokkaebi route and it's like, oh, it's a good nerf. Like the operator is still good and useful, but it's just like not OP anymore. Or you have the Solus nerf where it's like, okay, so we nerfed her to the ground and she can't be used anymore. So, but this is a good nerf. So basically, as you can see on the screen, they just loaded into the round. It's been 11 seconds, and Dokkaebi doesn't have any calls. Basically, for Dokkaebi now, she spawns with 0 calls, and she gets a call to use every 45 seconds. So it gives defenders kind of like a breathing room, so they don't have to like worry about like an immediate Dokkaebi call and a rush, or an immediate 2 Dokkaebi calls, and they can kind of, you know, dictate the round and like set up and like get comfortable, you know what I mean, instead of having to, you know, face those Dokkaebi calls early, which I think is a very good change for her. I think it'll definitely, Dokkaebi's still going to be very strong, but definitely less strong than she was. Obviously she still has SMG 12, still the calls are going to be really good and really useful to the team. So Dokkaebi's still going to be a very great operator to use, but the nerf is definitely good, and I'm glad they did this, and I think this is a very good change. And last but not least, we got Nook. Now, Nook did get a big buff, I think, a pretty good buff, and basically they tooked with her gadget and her gun. I'll just tell you now, the gun, or FMG, I think it is, actually has a less recoil now, which is pretty cool. I didn't really think it had that much recoil before, but having less is just nice on every gun, right? So her gun got buffed, and then basically her gadget, which I'll show you in a sec, if you can see in the bottom right, she has it on, but it is not going down. Now, her gadget is now not based on time, like the duration. She can't, it's not just popped for 20 seconds and it's over. It's based on movement and action. So when she moves, her gadget will drain. When she gets hit by stuff, her gadget will drain. When she shoots, when she does all that stuff, her gadget will drain. So I'll show you. Let me hop into this. So basically, as you can see, it's going down as she's hopping in, but once she stands still, it stops going. It stops going, which is really cool because now it's not like, oh, I need to act now as Nook. You know what I mean? I need to get in there. I need to get in there. Now you can kind of take your time and meticulously get to the bomb site, get wherever you need to, do whatever you need to do in like a good manner. So I think this is like a really good change for Nook. I really do like nerfs like this where it's like, or buffs, sorry, where it's like the operator is not becoming OP, it's becoming better, and now it can be used more. So this is a really cool change. I think they did, and they nailed the Dokkaebi and the Nook buffs and operator tweaks, and they absolutely failed on the Solus one. That's just my opinion, but yeah, that is all the changes for the new ops. And last but not least, the last change coming in the new season is they are adding AI training 2.0, which is basically, obviously, if you guys know the AI training, which not a lot of people play, but the AI training was exclusively you on attack playing against 5 defenders. It is now turning into you can do 5 attackers versus you, the 1 defender. So I think this is pretty cool. On the screen, obviously, you can see these are the ops that they're going to be all the time. Obviously, they're going to add new ops that the, you know, CPU and the AIs can be, but this is the operators they're going to have right now. Obviously, this is the winning circle, so this noob lost. But yeah, I think this is a cool change. Obviously, I'm not going to be touching it really, but for you guys that play AI training, they're launching AI training 2.0. But yeah, that is everything coming in the new Rainbow Six Siege season. That's going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and got informed on everything new coming in the new Rainbow Six Siege season, launching September 10th. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're informed. Again, hit the link in my description to find my Twitch, and make sure you guys hit the like and sub button. It would help me out a lot. I love you all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.